Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitor's sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Able to slither by. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings led out by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, two-time Pro Bowler, of course, one of the most exciting dual-threat QBs in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at this Bears defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, look at the juke. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bears take over. Time for the Bears offense to take the field. Their QB, big strides in 2025, hoping to establish himself as one of the best in the league this season. The former Heisman winner, Caleb Williams. To the air, Williams.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was hard to pound all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
At the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the gun, Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 18-yard line.
On the read, Williams going to run with it. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. Wiggles free. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now Murray off play action. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Second and goal.
Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
A pass complete to Adunze. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Bears first down.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 3rd and 2.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Williams. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Intended for.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try it now with Swift. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Mason going to get it on 1st down. The 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Kyler Murray, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game: 17 carries, 75 yards. Play action. Now Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Swift going to try up the middle. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Vikings 27-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A pitch out to Swift here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Here is 3rd down and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now
they'll run with last year's 7th-round pick, Kyle Monunga. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And the Bears first down. First down and goal to go.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to hammer it in with Monunga. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Monangai, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down, Minnesota.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the right goes Mason. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings first down.
Running left, Mason. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing now is Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? To throw, it's Murray. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Manungai to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, right back to Manungai. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
On the draw, Manungai. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw, Williams. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. So nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Throw caught by Raymond. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw is Williams. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Manungai, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 9 here.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Murray now to throw. Buying time to his left. And some room to run now. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Vikings.
They'll hand it to Mason. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard after the 45.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Open man, that's Felton.
Murray's pass. Complete
3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Murray now. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Williams pass.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Williams.
49-yard line.
Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 16
yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Williams. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
The coverage by James Pierre.
Back to throw. Williams. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 15-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Williams. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Williams. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Foxborough, the Patriots at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's a man who started showing what he could do in the second half of the year, Travion Henderson. He's loose, and they're not gonna catch him. 27 yards on the rushing touchdown. This one all tied, 10-10 at halftime. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Mekhi Lemon. He'll take this one in, one of 2 touchdowns for him in the first half. The Eagles, looking for a 2-0 start, they lead at the half. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from Week 2, and it's this man. And this is the MVP from a couple seasons ago, Josh Allen. He's looking to throw, but tucks it instead. He takes it in from 5 yards out. Touchdown. The Bills get the win, and they are 1-0 in the new stadium. Lock up the folding tables, people. Celebration time in Western New York. And with that, time to look at what else went down in Week 2 of the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two deep. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This now a 3rd and 4.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Williams. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 44-yard line.
A toss to Manungai running right here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Williams, a give to Manungai. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the Vikings' 43-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Bears first down.
An inside run with Manungai. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Taken down.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT. guaranteed.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start with a run by Mason. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion right is Addison. On play action, it's Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Shotgun now for Murray. Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Manungai. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Williams. And this one's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards
to the air. Williams. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Good job of just taking what's there. He found his man over the middle for the 1st down. Everyone always wants to see the big highlight plays, but those smart decisions that keep the chains moving are just as important.
1st down, here's Manungai. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Murray going to throw.
At the 22-yard line.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Murray. Looking deep for Jennings. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the Oregon man, Dylan Thieneman. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. To throw, it's Williams. A quick throw, but incomplete. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Williams. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away.
For the Bears.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5.
To throw, it's Murray. Looking deep for Jennings. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Johnson on the coverage.
To throw is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. On the ground, it's Monungai to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Once again, it's Monungai. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Addison will go in motion left. Play action. Now it's Murray. Pressure, and he's taken down. Bear sack. Neville Gallimore picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing now is Murray. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground with Monungai. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards
to throw, Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Rodgers to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive begins with Mason. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st down, Vikings.
Right back to Mason. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Straight ahead, here's Mason. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Addison will go in motion left. Murray now to throw. Pass complete to Addison. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down, right near the 24.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Manungai up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Throwing is Williams. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A give. It's Manungai. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going in.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Back to throw. Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Oh, what a move. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On the ground, it's Monungai to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Minnesota.
They'll run again with Mason. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Bears' 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Murray. Over the middle and complete to Addison.
Murray's pass.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
Murray to throw. It fights him off. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
first down.
To throw is Murray. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And the Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Minnesota.
They'll hand it to Mason. And they'll get it down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Here now, second and goal.
Second and goal.
Now Murray. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 20.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's fourth down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey, and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Minnesota, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here. This is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Earn your Sunday. Lots to get to this week. We'll start at Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Kyler Murray. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Vikings get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. From there, let's check in on the Steelers and Patriots up in Foxborough. And it's a man who started showing what he could do in the second half of the year, Travion Henderson. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Patriots are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Time to check out the NFL injury report for Week 2. The top story of the week comes from the Houston Texans and their veteran running back. He was removed from last week's game and was moving very gingerly due to an injury to his hip. He'll be out of action until mid-October. A number of guys around the league off to hot starts, among them Week 2's Player of the Week. And we'll spotlight this man, C.D. Lamb. He was fantastic in the win over the Commanders. And by that, I mean he finished with more than 200 yards receiving. That's not a stat line you're going to see every weekend. Meanwhile, a look now at the rest of the weekend's top performers, guys who are starting out hot here in the first 2 weeks. Next up, let's give you a look at the guys who have put together a couple of solid weeks so far. It's our league leaders in receiving through 2 weeks of games. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from a jam-packed Week 2 of the new NFL season. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.